Hi, this is Joe Barometto with the VA Mortgage Soldier. Today I want to talk a little bit about our local real estate market, specifically the Birmingham real estate market. In March, we had about 1,720 units sell. Average time on market was 71 days, and the average sales price was about $215,000. In April, we had an increase of almost 10% in the number of sales to 1,855. Days on market declined by 9 days. That's 62 days on the market from contract to close. Now, in a healthy market, we'd have an average of about 10 to 13,000 listings. Currently, we have about 7,724 listings available. Now, what this is causing is people not to put their home on the market because they cannot find a home. So I've invited real estate expert Jenny Williams in to talk a little bit about how we can succeed in a market where there are no listings. Jenny, thank you so much for coming in. I know you're slammed. You're always busy, but we have something super important. We've got a really tight industry right now. There's not a lot of houses for sale, and the constant complaint I hear from the buyers that I talk to is there's nothing available. I'm not going to put my house on the market until I find the house that I want to live in. So So if no houses are getting on the market, then there's nothing for the buyers to buy. So how do realtors succeed in a market like this?
It's tight. It is, and very few of them are. First of all, I want to make sure to point that out. And I'm always available to do anything that you need, Joe.
Okay.
Especially when it comes to helping you, the consumer, figure out how to navigate through such a tight market, because that is the catch-22. Most people can't buy a house before they sell their current one. I mean, you know that.
Yes, I do.
And right now, because there's nothing to buy, people are like, there is no way I'm putting my house on the market because I know it's going to sell in 2 or 3 days and I'm going to be homeless.
Yeah.
And that's the greatest fear right now that's happening in our market with good reason.
Sure.
You don't want to, risk putting your family in a hotel room for, months on end, not being able to.
Mother-in-law's basement.
Right. There, yeah. The prison, the trap. So that is, it's a real issue right now. And as real estate agents, we've normally tried to convince sellers, hey, you always have to put your house on the market first. We're just going to have to get over that right now and help people find where they're going to next. And there are a couple options that we can look at right now. New construction is always the obvious first place because there are a lot more build starts that are happening right now.
Yeah.
And yes, locations are always running slim and we're having to go out more and more, but new construction is one of the key answers in today's market.
Mm-hmm.
So, well, what if you don't like any of the neighborhoods that new construction is happening in? Then you do have the option of hiring a builder to build, if you can find something, your location of choice. Yeah. So that brings me to the next thing is change your location of choice. That could be tough, and you may not be willing to sacrifice that, and that's totally fine. This is your situation in the market.
Sure.
But if you can be flexible, maybe you can start working from home. Maybe you can do some homeschool or have some private school options.
That is. I'm talking to so many more people that are now using internet or using all the resources available to teach your kid from home. So that's happening a lot. Avondale, Forest Park, that whole area, private schools, and seeing a lot of homeschooling, a lot more homeschooling than I've ever seen.
Well, and my sister's actually graduated from homeschool, and what's funny is you can actually have a school of homeschool. So there are lots of options there that you can choose if you go down that route. It's just another way to open up the housing market.
Sure.
Because a lot of times we buy for that school district.
Sure.
Now, if you're buying for amenities, then that's a total different topic. You'll have to check that out on your own. The last suggestion that I think we have for you is being able to go and find the house that fits. It's that perfect fit. And pay something for the seller to take that house off the market to give you time to go clean it up, get it ready to put on the market.
So a first right of refusal time.
first right of refusal, or actually just give non-refundable monies. And let me tell you why this is important. You'll get credit for this, and Joe knows this, of course,
Yes.
at closing, towards your down payment and any closing costs that you may have in your contract, depending on how it's worded. So you're not going to lose as long as you, follow all the guidelines in this. If for some reason your house doesn't sell or you don't get it on the market in time, that's going to be the only way that you would lose in this situation. But we have to give the seller something in order for them to even consider it.
Sure.
We're no longer in the days of we'll just do a contingent upon our selling.
Sure.
It's not going to work for you today.
Yeah,
no listing agent or seller is going to let that happen.
I understand that. And, with the lack of inventory right now, it's really hard to get that good deal because that investor or that wholesaler is already all over that estate or already all over that bank who's foreclosed on that loan. And banks aren't letting them go very cheap anymore. But
no, they're not.
If you can find one of those situations where the house isn't exactly what you want, but it will meet most of your needs, TJC Mortgage has the home renovation product. So we can actually make that house into the house of your dreams and move you right into that house as soon as the construction is done. So that's another option, the home reno option. But
yeah, and if you qualify for 2 mortgages at the same time, that is a perfect route to go, because maybe some of the houses that are on the market aren't selling because there is such a need for an update or an upgrade or renovation. That's the answer for that, of course. If you can go in and you have a vision and you just can see what this house would be like with your special touches, then I would say definitely go that route.
Jenny, thank you very much for coming by today and sharing all of your insights. If you are a person that's looking to sell your home and buy another one, and you're in that situation where you're not willing to put your home on the market until you can find another home, follow some of Jenny's tips. Help your agent by talking with your network of people, helping them bird dog, and work with a reliable agent who has a large network, because you do see a lot more pocket listings than you used to see in years prior. It's almost, wow, I didn't even know that house was for, well, when did that house go on the market? It never went on the market. So it's important what realtor you use. Help your realtor, and you'll get into the house of your dreams. You'll be able to move into your school system, or, like Jenny said, more people are homeschooling, so there's more options that way. So really your geographic area in this area has really, really widened. Thank y'all very much for tuning in to the VA Mortgage Soldier. Give me a call at 815-9200 with any questions.